Welcome to the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, as the Charlotte Independents host the Chattanooga Red Wolves from American Legion Memorial Stadium. I'm Josh Toll, thrilled that you can join us here as this is the third meeting and final one here in the regular season between these two clubs. Charlotte getting a win back in May by a score of 3-0, and in their second meeting they drew 2-2. As we look at the standings here in USL League One, Charlotte Independents currently in that fourth spot, but breathing down their necks, Greenville Triumph and Ford Madison, and then one Knoxville just out of it. 5 points separating that fourth spot from the seventh spot. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves, they're looking for back-to-back wins, trying to improve to 27 points on the season to put them 1 point behind the Richmond Kickers and Lexington SC. They're trying to make a run here late in the season, hoping to get it done on the road this evening here in the Queen City in this final matchup between them. As we take a look at our players to watch, presented to you by Grape Clips, we'll begin with Miguel Ibarra for Charlotte this season. 7 assists on the year. That's second best in the league. He's going to look to connect with Corey Bennett up front, as well as Tracer and Buyu on the opposite side. He's a midfielder that can create passes on his own. He can also weave through traffic. He's always dangerous with his pinpoint accuracy on his crosses that he'll play in, and look for him to connect on the ground as well for the Charlotte Independent side. Meanwhile, on the other side for Chattanooga, it is Ropapa Mensah getting his 15th start of the season, 8 goals and 1 assist for the striker on the season, the 25-year-old out of Ghana, getting it done this year. And of course, Chattanooga being without Siobhan Marsh here this evening, so they're going to rely heavily on Ropapa Mensah to break that back line of Charlotte Independents. We'll see what he can do in this 15th start of the season for Mensah, but he's going to look to be a difference maker as Chattanooga looks for their 7th win of the season, and they're looking for their 2nd win on the road, and it's a difficult spot to get wins for Charlotte Independents. They have 8 wins at home on the season as they look for their 12th win of the season. Should be a fun one tonight here in USL League One play between Charlotte Independents and Chattanooga.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high-quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Moments away from opening kick here between Charlotte Independents and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Third and final meeting between these two teams, as we'll now take a look at tonight's starting 11. We'll begin with Charlotte Independents. Tonight's starting 11 presented to you by Capelli, and here's what Mike Jeffries will bring out for Charlotte Independents. Of course, you got to be aware the keeper, Austin Pack, always a difference maker, leads the league in saves on the season, as Levy will get the start tonight. Then you can look at Ibarra up there. We mentioned him at the start. Corey Bennett up top gets the start up front. And then Tresor Mbuyu, he can be dangerous on the wing. Look for him to bring in crosses as well as attack inside. Also, look for Omar Sis in that holding midfield position to be a difference maker, connecting that back line to the attackers up front for the Charlotte Independent side. Charlotte looking for their 12th win of the season and hoping to get it tonight against this Chattanooga side. Third and final meeting as we take a look at interim coach Scott McKenzie in his starting 11 for the Red Wolves. Red Wolves looking for their 7th victory of the season. Aviles will be in between the sticks tonight for Chattanooga. 60 saves on the year. He's allowed 32 goals. He does have 2 clean sheets. Up top, we mentioned him, Ropapa Mensah getting his 15th start. Look at Jonathan Felipe to his right to also try to convert and get extra opportunities on the wing, sending the balls in to Mensah. Walefi, he's the leader of the pack there in the midfield, getting his 24th start here this evening. Also, watch out for Pedro Hernandez. He can break up the attack of Charlotte. Second on the team in tackles, 122 coming into the evening. He gets his 13th start. He can also assist and score 2 goals and 2 assists on the season for the midfielder in Pedro Hernandez. And now we'll take a look at our keys to the game. Keys to the game presented to you by Resident Culture. For Charlotte Independence, manage the crosses that Chattanooga sends in and break down their pressure. If they can break down their pressure, they can get behind the back line. For Chattanooga, play to their ability and build on that last performance in the win against Ford Madison, which they won 3-1. They're looking for their first back-to-back win of the season and hoping to get it on the road. For Charlotte Independence, they're looking to bounce back after falling to the Northern Colorado Hailstorm by a score of 4-2. So we'll see what takes place here tonight. Chattanooga looking for their first win on the season against this independent side. So you know both teams are ready here to come out and put in their best performance. For Charlotte Independence, they are difficult when it comes to scoring against. 7 clean sheets on the year. That is second best in the league. Red Wolves, they've scored the fewest goals on the season, so they're going to have to find a way to be effective in the attacking third this evening against this Charlotte Independent side. Referees there in the middle as we have one little guy running off the field, getting excited for this game. Thrilled you can join us wherever you are. There you get a great look at Miguel Ibarra, one of the leaders on this Charlotte Independence team, wearing the captain's armband once again. And out will come Chattanooga. Chattanooga with the grays and the all-white numbers. Meanwhile, for Charlotte, they're in the all blues tonight with the white numbers and white lettering. Independence 4th in the league when it comes to goals scored. They're at 40 on the season. South Georgia Tormenta leads the way with 48. Northern Colorado Hailstorm also right there with 48 after Wednesday night's performance. Third and final meeting between these two sides. You look at both these two teams finding their form when you talk about scoring. For Chattanooga, they've scored in 5 straight games. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independence, they've scored in 11 straight. So the Jacks are ready to go. Fans out in support. And we are underway from American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Josh Toll, thrilled to be with you here for this USL League One matchup between this Charlotte Independent side and Chattanooga Red Wolves. Chattanooga Red Wolves led by interim coach Scott McKenzie, as this shot is going to be scooped up by Austin Pack. This ball sent forward by Pack. Corey Bennett was in the area there for Charlotte, but could not get to it as it's sent away by Chattanooga. Hector Acosta will gather it in as he'll play it all the way back. Pack, a tremendous season. You look at 92 saves on the year, which can be shocking when you're a top 4 team, but getting the job done between the sticks. Ibarra, he'll drop it to the side. Spielman. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan will slow it up. Flanagan in his 22nd start of the season, the 24-year-old. Previously with Charleston Battery before making his way over to this Independent side as he plays it out with his back heel, and this will be a corner, first one of the night. So a chance here for the Red Wolves early. You always hear coaches talk about set pieces being key. We'll see what they can get here from Felipe. To his left is Mo Espinoza. Outward swinging ball coming for Felipe. Sixth start of the season for Felipe. Looped in. Back post. Kept in play on the end line. This ball sent in and headed away there by Acosta. Chattanooga will send it right back in. Knotted down. An easy scoop here for Austin Pack. Chattanooga missing their leading goal scorer, Siobhan Mars. Also missing some other key players as well tonight. You look at some of the players out here for the Red Wolves. That could play a factor. Out is Renteria, Marsh, Cardona, Jerez, as well as Madrid. Ricardo Jerez with his national team in Guatemala. And then you see some of the injuries as well. Dimick, one of those leaders for Charlotte Independence in that back line. JJ out as well as Inga. Talking with interim coach Scott McKenzie about this game. He really wants the team to focus on their identity and who they're supposed to be. Keep the ball away from goal, whether that's through possession or just trying to back Charlotte up. They're going to have to keep Charlotte Independence off the scoreboard as this diagonal ball comes forward. Ball played in, nodded back, and this is going to go off the head of Spielman for our second corner. He really wants this team to build on what they are doing here moving forward. So Felipe will walk over to the other corner now. Chattanooga really looking to improve on that last game, that 3-1 performance against Ford Madison. A bit more than a month ago when Scott McKenzie took over, that was the first team he saw. Definitely has a better understanding of his team when he's had time on the grass, as he said. Time in training with this crew. Really has an idea now of who these players are on the field. You can only learn so much from the video. Outward swinging ball. Nodded away. The shot, and that's going to be blocked aside by Sis. Ball played in, headed back. Meanwhile, Mike Jeffries talking about this Chattanooga side. So it was a different group than the last time they played. So it's going to be a different kind of game here tonight, but really wants to manage how they serve the balls into the wide area and have to be aware of the crosses that Chattanooga can play in. He wants to be able to break down their pressure. He feels that if they can do that, they'll find success. Done well. Near side. Bennett. Bennett working his way inside the pitch. Gets it on the return. Good idea there on the 1-2, but unable to connect now. Gathering it in is Omar Sis. Good praise Mike Jeffries had about Omar Sis, really talking about he's taking on more of a leadership role this season as this is played out to Flanagan. Flanagan has room to work with. Crossing it back post, just over the outstretched head. That was Mbuyu flying down. Ball sent right back in and gathered up. Velez will send it out. Back to Omar Sis for a moment. Talking about he's taking on a leadership role, really put himself in final positions, being more impactful when he has the ball. Good connector and adds to the attack. We'll see how he can add to the attack. Nice move there by Bennett. Sis, the man we were just speaking of, goes to the ground, tries to draw the foul, not going to get the whistle. Flip back. They've struggled defensively, just 2 clean sheets on the season. You have to go back to June when they got their last clean sheet. That was over Fort Madison. And then their second one came at the very start of the season against Northern Colorado in a 0-0 game. Gomez plays it over to the near side. Espinoza will drop it back. Gets it on the return in the wing, looking to cross, does. Sent into the parking lot, off the scoreboard. Caleb Williams for Chattanooga, named Team of the Week last week in USL League One play. Dunwell plays it up the touchline. This is going to be out. Last touch by Omar Gomez. Gomez knows plenty of interim coach Scott McKenzie. He played with him over at Park City in the Red Wolves. Another player on this team for the Red Wolves that played under McKenzie was Johnny Guadrama as well. So some familiar faces for McKenzie, but here's Corey Bennett. Corey Bennett with a little step over. Plays it in. Was looking to connect with Oberton. Oberton a goal in that loss against Northern Colorado. Corey Bennett with the other goal. Oberton once again with it. Plays it into Dunwell, looking to get on the return pass. Walefi over to break it up, but can't. Offside flag, though, is up against Charlotte. Ball ahead. Flanagan sends back to midfield. Espinoza. Walefi plays it into the circle. Gomez surveys, turns away. Walefi, the Brazilian, ahead. Beautiful ball, head to it, but well off target. Gorgeous ball right there by the Brazilian. But Chattanooga unable to get it on frame. Great opportunity here by Riley Kraft. Beautiful pinpoint accuracy by Walefi. Kraft pushing up. Gomez drops it back. This will have a foul here against Chattanooga's Ropapa Mensah. So the Jacks will have an opportunity to restart the game. Acosta being pressured there by Lomas. Lomas forcing the bad pass. Red Wolves sprinting forward. Felipe knocked over, and we'll have a goal kick. Charlotte Independence looking at bounce back from that 4-2 loss against Northern Colorado. Mike Jeffries not thrilled with his team's performance. He said it was a frustrating game, made mistakes, and they made key plays to take advantage. Really hoping to bounce back this week and correct those mistakes. Looking for a complete 90 minutes of play. This is one thing that you'll hear every coach say: when you play your full 90, that gives you your best chance. Corey Bennett here, an opportunity. Bennett brings it to his left, blocked away. The follow-up ball still loose and now cleared out by Mikhail Williams. Williams was the one that got in front of that shot initially to block it aside. Vilas slow to get up. Corey Bennett doing a Good job here, getting himself into a shooting position, but getting back and blocking the shot was Mikhail Williams. Williams leading the club in minutes played on the season. Coming into the game, 2,011 minutes he's played. 33-year-old showing that he still has youthful legs. Vilas, the player down for Chattanooga. 19th star of the season here for Vilas. 60 saves on the year for the keeper. A little extra time here. Last thing you want to do is sub out your keeper early in a game. This is good to go. Good to see. Conversation in the back row here of Charlotte Independence. Charlotte 8 wins at home, just 2 losses and 2 draws. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves on the road, they have struggled, just 1 win away from Chattanooga, 11 losses and 1 draw. Scoop pass. Tonight, the Charlotte Independents welcome hundreds of youth soccer teams and their families to the Queen City for Great Clips Family Soccer Weekend. Tonight's match coincides with one of the city's largest youth club tournaments, the Great Clips Independence Club, which is run by the Charlotte Independence Soccer Club. Great Clips is the official hair salon of the Charlotte Independence. Great Clips, it's gonna be great. Flanagan plays it in. Cleared away, but not away from danger at the moment. And now it's sent forward by Chattanooga. Hard collision there in the center. Hector Acosta coming up. Take a look at this collision as Acosta coming up. Out of position there and not controlling his body as Mensah is the player that was down. He's up and ready. Aquafina is the official water of the Charlotte Independents. When the game heats up, cool down with an Aquafina. Lefty plays it to the outside. Lombardi, he'll work his way forward. Lombardi slowly inching up. Ibarra there. Ball played in. No one ahead at the moment for the Red Wolves as Flanagan will clear it with ease. Flanagan gets it on the return, plays it down the line. Williams. Lombardi third in the club in minutes played on the season. He plays it up. Gomez inside. Chance here from distance. Swerving away. Good look there by Felipe, but couldn't connect. Nice little drop off there by Gomez. Felipe had time, but couldn't get it through and couldn't get it on target. Felipe chipping it forward. In the process, knocked over by Dunwell as well. He plays quick. Felipe drops it off. Mensah plays it out wide. Ball in near post. Pack saying this went out before he stopped it. Let's see. We're going to have a corner for Chattanooga. covering that near post like he was supposed to. I think when he grabbed the ball, he realized that the shot was off target. Tried to act like the shot went over the end line before he got to it. Espinoza lines up with the left foot. Leffy. High rainbow pass down, and Pack this time able to keep it in play. Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independents. Enjoy an ice cold Pepsi while watching the Jacks. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas. Done well. Joel Johnson will play it up. Gets it on the return. Johnson has 26 start. Done well. Ibarra. Not much from the midfielder as of yet in terms of creating opportunities. Spielman. Here's Bennett. Bennett right up the spine as it's deflected aside by Williams. Espinoza at the center of the pitch. Finds Felipe. Hernandez drops it all the way back. Williams, diagonal ball coming. Mensah. Felipe. Walefe. Good movement here by Chattanooga, working with patience, working side to side. Espinoza, back post ball, headed up. Hernandez crossing. Gomez heads it in. Gomez, a chance here from the top. Off the post, still in play. Gomez going to be charged with a foul here in the box. Great opportunity once again for the Red Wolves as they begin to look a little bit more dangerous here. Gomez heading it forward for Lomas. Gomez then able to drop the pass off. Long distance shot from Felipe. Hits off the post. Spielman. Pressure here by Lomas. Your giveaway. Espinoza racing for the ball. Flanagan to it first. Mensah, slip ball looking for Lomas. Spielman there. Cleared away as far as Espinoza though. Flanagan on his hip. Espinoza cuts to his right, back to his left. Slips, loses his footing. The best ticket deal in the Queen City is back. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $99. It's our Great Clips Family 4-pack. This year we are also offering a 2-pack. For more information, go to charlotteindependence.com. Lomas! Chattanooga coming off that big win against Ford Madison. Scott McKenzie talking about how in that game they start off a bit slow, gave the ball away, got kind of a counter, went 1 goal down, but then the second half were more complete in how they played. Feels like his team is doing exceptionally well, not trying to be something they are not. Really, that's continued over here so far in this first 22 minutes of play tonight against Charlotte. Not forcing the action, taking what Charlotte's given them defensively, working with patience. Had a great opportunity by Felipe that hit off the post. But they have been the more dangerous of the two teams here right now in scoring chances. Made it difficult for Charlotte to get into the final third, and that was also one of the other keys for Scott McKenzie. A good sidestep around Sis. Gomez, a lot of high praise from Scott McKenzie, talking about he's a young pro at 22 years old, but look at the games that they've done well in. He's been instrumental in those, really influence against One Knox as well as Richmond Kickers, an assist last week. Lomas looking to track this down. He's a player with plenty of personality, one that likes to work hard. You have to love when you see that from your player. Loves the game, wants to put in the work, wants to find a way to get better. Lomas. Williams. Hernandez. Leffy. Hernandez with it. See what Chattanooga moves for, and they have something that they do not like with the coverage that Charlotte Independence is showing them defensively. They'll just work it to the other side. They'll work it back to midfield, try to find the open space and see if they can take advantage of the gaps in the lanes. Inside, they've scored in 11 straight games. 4th in the league in goals scored with 40 coming into the evening. Done well. Espinoza, Flanagan over. Espinoza dragging to the end line, takes a deflection off Flanagan and scooped up by Pack. Good communication there between Pack and Spielman. 5 points separates the 4th spot in the standings where Charlotte Independence sits, in the 7th spot where One Knoxville is. One Knoxville being just out of the playoffs against Ford Madison. Those two play one another. That's a big game here in USL League One. I also look at right now going on in League One play, you have Greenville trailing North Carolina by a score of 2-0. North Carolina, the top club in the standings. Oberton gets by one defender. Looping ball in. Ibarra. Flanagan looks around and he'll just drop the ball back. Costa down the middle, takes a deflection. Bouillou to Bennett, blocked aside. Bennett with a great opportunity, but hit it right at the keeper, Aviles. That's one that he would love to have back. And getting his 7th start of the season. Takes a big deflection. Tracer and Bouillou with a nice cross. Bennett, though, right at Aviles. If he wanted to go through the legs there, but he had both sides to work with. Kicked it right at the keeper. And in his 7th start, normally that's spark off the bench for Mike Jeffries. Been fighting all year to get a start, getting it tonight. Finds pace, athleticism, hard worker, really puts himself in good spots as this ball is played in. No one there, though, for Charlotte as it's cleared away by Chattanooga. Sissel played out wide to the wing. And Buyu trying to cut back inside. Controls. Espinoza, pressure by Ibarra. Mensah able to get a round one defender in Dunwell. Had Lomas ahead, but the chip to get by Dunwell was too high. Really slowed him up on his run. Hernandez. Opportunity here from Lomas. Sis. Ibarra, the captain. He'll switch sides. Did get it with his hand. Grab some new gear for the next Independence game with scarves, hats, shirts, and more. We have merch for every Independence fan. Head over to store.charlotteindependence.com to find your next piece of Jack's gear. Hernandez with a little room to work with. Cuts it inside. Acosta able to get over defensively. I like the idea there by Hernandez going inside, but he might have been better off taking that himself. Felipe. Backside of the area. Espinoza tracking the ball down. Johnson there defensively. Espinoza looking across. And the corner coming for Chattanooga. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice.
Located to the left of the scoreboard at this time. Thank you.
Another opportunity here for Espinoza and the Red Wolves. Sent away by Acosta. Charlotte looking to counter. And Buyu has numbers. Oberton to his left. Bennett all the way over. Great defensive play there by Omar Gomez to stop that run. Great challenge there by the youngster. Johnson. Inton Ford, he's a dangerous player in the attack. 6 goals, 3 assists on this season. Last year he was with Hartford Athletic. Great pickup here for Charlotte Independence, finding Joel Johnson. Done well in the circle. Costa. Spielman. Flanagan. Bennett trying to give it back to Flanagan. Couldn't reconnect. Hernandez sending it all the way to the opposite side. Espinoza. Flicking it back, but no one there as it comes to the foot of Acosta. Jonathan Felipe called for the foul. Bring the whole group out to the next Jacks game. Watch some good soccer, grab some cold drinks, and take in the match with a view of Uptown Charlotte. Email tickets at queencitysc.com or call 980-392-9170 to schedule your next group outing. Bennett. Good night for Corey Bennett so far. Dan Kelly can be used as a sub off the bench. The team's leading scorer with 7 goals. And Buio also with 7 goals for the Independents. Lefe. Kraft drops it back. Lomas looking for Mensah off the head of Flanagan. Two shots on target for the Red Wolves tonight. 1 so far for Charlotte. 6 shots, though, for the Red Wolves right now coming inside of the box. Just 2 for Charlotte. Red Wolves right now more dangerous in the final third in this opening half of play. Here's Mensah. Flanagan with him, and Buio right next to him. Stretching a little too far, taking out the legs there of Pedro Hernandez. He's been with the club since 2020. Main fixture here in Charlotte. Set piece, though, here in a dangerous spot on the field. And Espinosa discussing what they want to do. Espinosa with the left foot, Felipe with the right. Espinosa, top of the 6. Last touched. Oh, they're going to say last touch by Chattanooga, so goal kick here for Austin Pack. Make your own schedule with our new Flex Plan ticket package. You can get tickets at a lower rate for the matches that fit your schedule just by emailing tickets at queencitysc.com or calling our ticket office at 980-392-9170. Again, that's 980-392-9170. Lefe drops it back. Lombardi. He's going to slow down the game for a moment. Waiting for his teammates to get in position. Hernandez. Mensah. Mensah on the wing at the moment. We've seen him at the point as well. Williams. Mensah. Corner coming here for Chattanooga. Fifth corner of the game for the Red
Chick-fil-A
Wolves.
corner kick for Chattanooga.
Under 10 minutes remains here in this opening half of play. Scoreless between Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. It was an overcast night to begin this game, but the sun has set. Felipe will switch sides. She sent Espinoza over the opposite side. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus, the home to USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Espinoza almost able to get a piece of that. Took a deflection. So we'll retry from the opposite corner once again.
Another Chick-fil-A corner kick for Chattanooga.
Chick-fil-A corner kick here. Espinoza. Good depth on this ball. Spielman able to get to, and then knocked back by Dunwell. Tracer Mbuyu is going to be offside. And Chattanooga with just the 6 wins on the season, but not looking like a 6-win team this evening. They have a chance to get their first back-to-back wins of the year. They're able to take down this Independent side. Meanwhile, Charlotte Independence are going to get back into the win column after falling 4-2 to the Hailstorm. We'll have highlights and stats for you, as well as news and notes from around the league. We also have the introduction of the newest team in USL League One play. Great video put together. The new club that's coming in out of Portland, Maine. You see the two players collide. Oberton involved for Charlotte. If you're looking for a little Greek, a little Southern, and always fresh, enjoy a great meal at your local Showmars.
Purchase our VIP on-field seats this season and enjoy Piato's pasta bowls and chopped salads while you cheer on the Jacks from the pitch. They've got locations in Cotswold, Newcastle City, and Mooresville. Visit mypiatos.com.
Charlotte Independence, they're tough. 8 wins at home this season. Just 2 draws, 2 losses as well. Fans tonight, the Charlotte Independence welcome hundreds of youth soccer teams and their families to the Queen City for Great Clips Family Soccer Weekend. Tonight's match coincides with one of the city's largest youth club tournaments, the Great Clips Independence Cup, which is run by the Charlotte Independence Soccer Club. Great Clips is the official hair salon of the Charlotte Independence Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Fans, something super is coming. Super League Carolina. So Western Carolina's first women's professional soccer team is set to kick off right here at the iconic, historic American Legion Memorial Stadium.
So a chance here for players to get a little bit of water right before we head to the break.
For a limited time only, the first fan
Look at the Charlotte Independent side. Looking at the start of the game, 5 points separates 4th from 7th. They have a chance to go on a run right now, 9 points behind North Carolina. North Carolina leading in their game over Greenville. Look at the two teams ahead of Charlotte Independence, Northern Colorado, the team that the Independents fell to on Sunday, and Union Omaha. How about Union Omaha in their form? 7 straight wins. Hernandez will get ready to come back onto the field after being knocked over by Oberton. Mikhail Williams will look to get us back into play. Highlights from those Wednesday games as well for you at half. News and notes. This ball played up. Gomez turns. Espinoza. Too heavy of a touch. Bennett gets there first for Charlotte. Espinoza. Gomez. Take a couple of hops and right into the arms of Austin Pack. Austin Pack has to be in conversation for goalkeeper of the year here in USL League One. Shipman of Ford Madison, Lalo Delgado are another couple players that come to mind. Diagonal ball. Oberton. Espinoza. No bookings as of yet in this game. It's been a clean contest. Espinoza. Chance here. Gomez to his left foot. Gomez tipped over by Austin Pack. Great save by the keeper of Charlotte Independence.
A big save by Pack. Forces a Chick-fil-A.
Omar Gomez doing good work creating space there to get that ball to his left foot. Gomez looking for his first goal of the season. Austin Pack, though, up to the task to make the save. Gomez just with a nice soft touch to his left, creates the space that he needs to get by Spielman. And there you see Pack with the tip over the crossbar. 4 minutes of stoppage time will be added on here in the first half of play. Best ticket deal in the Queen City is back. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $99. It's our Great Clips Family 4-pack. This year, we are also offering a 2-pack. For more information, go to charlotteindependence.com. Williams will be guilty of the foul for Chattanooga as we have just 1 minute gone by here in stoppage time. Done well. Mbuyu. One real good chance by Corey Bennett, but he hit it right at the man right there, Aviles. Large reason why this game is scoreless. And then we had a great save moments ago by Austin Pack on Omar Gomez. Keepers have made solid saves this evening and keep the score level. Spielman. And a nutmeg there to get by. Mbuyu on the wing. Aviles will send it away. Espinoza. Johnson with him. Balefe. Felipe. Hernandez. Felipe sends it in. Played high into the night sky, and there is the whistle to end the first half of play. So we'll go to the locker rooms right where we started, scoreless between Charlotte Independence and Chattanooga Red Wolves. Both teams with chances, but neither able to convert as of yet. Charlotte Independence got a great chance by Corey Bennett. On the other side, it was Omar Gomez with his left foot, but a brilliant save by Austin Pack to keep this game scoreless. So you have to wonder what's in store for us in the second half, as both these two teams will go to the locker room to try to discuss how they can be more dangerous in the attacking third. Both teams need to create a little bit more opportunities in that second half, but a solid defensive performance for both sides. When we return, we'll have highlights from midweek. We'll also have news and notes and highlights and stats from this game. But here at half, Charlotte Independence 0, Chattanooga Red Wolves 0.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Stand up, Independence fans. Take a break from squinting to see that tiny soccer ball bounce around that big field. Now take off your glasses, rub your eyes, put some eye drops on your contact lenses, or let my friends at AccuVision LASIK help you get that 20/20 vision you need to see the match in high def. Mention Independence and get $1,000 off LASIK. Go get the details right now at AccuVisionLASIK.com. That's AccuVisionLASIK.com.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
Scoreless here at half between Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. We'll now send it to Mark Schonister, who has a week in review from Wednesday night's game and then the new team on the block here in USL League One.
Two interesting matchups to start off week 26 on Wednesday, starting at Werner Park. Union Omaha against North Carolina FC. Marco Milanese serves up a tasty ball for Pedro Dolabella to rock home, soloing his goal tally to 4 on the year. But just 2 minutes later, Nelson Flores Blanco picks out Golix Anderson, who will actually be the assister here for Garrett McLaughlin, who demonstrates patience and poise as he chips it over Ian McGrain to level things up. This was in the 9th and the 11th minute to open up the game, so what was promising to be a great matchup delivered early on in this affair. Then, right before halftime, Steven Dos Santos gives a crafty ball to Dion Acoff, who nods it forward, holds for a couple moments, then releases to Joe Brito, who celebrates before it even crosses the goal line. A tap-in finish for him. Union Omaha leading 2-1 going into the halftime break. Then in the second half, one of two critical errors for North Carolina is properly and clinically taken advantage of by the red-hot Owls. Dos Santos this time on the goal scoring end of things. The vet now has 7 on the season, while the Owls are looking for a record-breaking 7 straight wins. Then another critical error, the second one for North Carolina. The Owls begin combining, and on the end of this string of passes, back like he never left, Noe Mays to score his 10th on the season in his return game from injury. Now everything is going right for the Owls right now in their pursuit of history, but before this one concludes, we have some other history to make. Don't let Rafa cut inside with space like this. It's a fool's errand. He scores the 453rd goal of the season, which makes it the highest scoring year in league history with still a whole month to go. Then in added time, the top of the table won't go down quietly. Preston Pop taps this one in, but it's going to be too little, too late. 4-3 Union Omaha, and Dom Casciato claim 3 points, a League One record, and temporarily sit in second place. And what I mean by temporary is, well, about an hour. North Colorado looking for payback against Lexington after the thriller that was their last meeting between these two. And look at Marky Hernandez putting that one in on the service from Billy King. And then in the 43rd minute, you know the drill. It's Arthur Rogers territory, but this time he doesn't get the assist. He actually gets his first goal of the season straight from the dead ball spot, making it 2-0 in favor of the Hailstorm. And then Marky Hernandez already has a goal. Now he wants to an assist. And this ball just keeps trickling and trickling along until it finds Noah Powder, who blasts it home. But as this Hailstorm team knows, the boys from the Bluegrass State never fold. Hila Dlamini is able to approach, and he earns the deflection, just gets by the keeper to make it 3-1. Then in the 87th minute, Owen Green finds Khalid Balagoon, who finds a cleat inside the 18, drawing the penalty, and you already know Don Smart is going to step up and put it into the back of the net. 3-2, your final score line, much like North Carolina. The comeback falls short, and the Hailstorm reclaim second place in the league over Omaha on goal differential. Now let's channel my inner Steve Kornacki here. Let's look at the playoff odds for the top 6 teams in USL League One will be the ones who advance on to the playoffs. One Knoxville, really the only aggressors. I think the more interesting conversation will be, where do those top 6 teams seed themselves by the end of the regular season, especially those top 3, Omaha, the Hailstorm, North Carolina FC, all vying for number 1, vying for those top 2 spots to get buys. It's going to be pivotal at the end of the season. Could be the difference between a champion and getting eliminated on the road. We're going to step aside now for a quick break. Now this from the USL.
I mean, yeah, this time about
Stop
so, you know,
it.
they want to go
Yo.
choppers.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Welcome to USL League One, Portland, Maine, coming to you in 2025 as we take a look at the news and notes. That's going to be exciting, having Portland, Maine come in. The team will call Fitzpatrick Stadium home in 2025. We did have a transfer happen as Madison and Central Valley have agreed to the transfer of Ozzy Ramos for the remainder of the season. Then Player of the Week, Noah Powder, 1 goal, 2 assists in the highlights on Wednesday. He scored again on Wednesday night, so he is having quite the week for the Northern Colorado Hailstorm, but can't be more excited than to see Forest City come into the fold here in League One play. We'll see what they do here in 2025 as we'll look back here at the Team of the Week in the week that was last week here in USL League One play. We had 3 players for Chattanooga. There you see Siobhan Mars on that list, as well as Mikhail Williams and Nicholas Cardona. Then you have Jordan Skeleton, the center back for 1 Knox. You have Falk, you have Gamero, you have Mohammed, as well as Ciertos for Central Valley Fuego. And the Player of the Week, well, we just mentioned him and Noah Powder. Might we see one of these players from this game being named to Player of the Week? Well, we'll find out next week when that is named. But we'll step aside. When we return, we'll have highlights and stats for you between Charlotte Independence and Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Scoreless here at half between Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves as we take a look back at the highlights from the first 45 minutes of play. Our highlights are presented to you by Great Clips. And both these two teams, they had opportunities, but neither one able to get it past either keeper here. Gomez heading forward, looking for Lomas. Gomez gets it back to his left. Will play it out. Great strike there by Felipe, hitting off the post. You can see the frustration for him. He nearly snuck that by. Austin Pack, a few more inches to the right, and that's through. Here, a nice ball forward by Acosta. Takes deflection, finds the feet of Mbuyu, plays it over. Corey Bennett with a great chance, and right at the keeper, Aviles. Wanted to go between the legs, but he had both the far post and the near post to work with. Couldn't get it by Aviles here. A great opportunity for Gomez. Gets it to his left, and Austin Pack up for the challenge as he knocks it up and over the crossbar to keep this score at 0-0. Good job to get by Spielman there for Gomez, but could not get it by the keeper of Charlotte Independence. As we take a look at our halftime stats presented to you by Chick-fil-A. 15 shots for the Red Wolves, just 2 for Charlotte Independence. Shots on target, 4 to just 1. Chattanooga also controlling possession in that first half. They've been more dangerous here in the attacking third. Charlotte Independence, they've been able to get some balls in, but never really been able to get a quality shot on other than the one that we just saw moments ago by Corey Bennett. So you have to wonder, at what point might we see subs for either one of these sides? Of course, Dane Kelly, Charlotte Independence, 7 goals on the season. He could be used as a sub for head coach Mike Jeffries. Chattanooga Red Wolves and Charlotte Independence back out in the circle. Beautiful night in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Charlotte Independence hosting the Chattanooga Red Wolves from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Second half underway. Josh Toll with you this evening. Oberton will drop it back. You have to think we're going to see Charlotte try to get a little bit more aggressive and creative here in the final third. We mentioned to start the game, Miguel Ibarra. We didn't say his name very much there in that opening half. Red Wolves doing a good job containing the midfielder of Charlotte. Little back heel ball to begin. Here is Ibarra. So Bashir and DA now into the game for the Independents. So the first sub coming at half for Charlotte. He'll replace Brad Dunwell. DA, a 24-year-old out of Senegal. This is his 8th appearance of the season. Johnson cuts to his left. He'll look to play it in, and this will be blocked, and we'll have our first corner of the game here for Charlotte Independence.
Fans, there was an Atlas Chiropractic and Wellness substitution for your Charlotte Independence at the half. Leaving the pitch, number 12, Brad Dunwell. He was replaced by number 27, Bashir Ndiye. That substitution
Flanagan will set up with the left foot. Inward swinging ball coming.
Chick-fil-A corner kick for Charlotte.
Flanagan at the 6. Dropped all the way back to the top of the 18. And DA. DA might have been better off dropping that off to Joel Johnson. So just a lone sub for either side. DA played college soccer at UNC Wilmington before making his way to the Charlotte Independence. This ball played forward and intercepted by Johnson. They drop it back to midfield. Acosta. Spielman. Here's Omar Sis, the 6, and he'll play it up. Sis doing a great job in that holding midfield position this season for Charlotte Independence. Well, FA looking to break. Good effort there to send that ball back against the man that just subbed on. So Bashir Ndiaye coming in and making his name known here in the opening couple minutes of play here in the second half. I always love when you see the effort from these players going all out. Sis at the end line. Espinoza. Lomas drops back. Felipe tripped up by Acosta, and that's going to draw the whistle. Charlotte Independence looking for their 12th win of the season. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves, they're looking for their first back-to-back wins on the season and 7th win overall. Espinoza from long range, dipping. Nice strike there by Espinoza, but unable to get it by Pack. This Red Wolves side, they've scored the fewest goals in USL League One play in 33. They've also allowed the most in 50, but right now doing a great job of keeping Charlotte off the scoreboard. Independence looking to change that here. The cross. So Johnson will have to restart. Oh, it's going to be Chattanooga throw-in now. That's why the whistle was blown. Meanwhile, on the other side, you look at Charlotte. 4th in the league with 40 goals scored. Tormenta in Northern Colorado, both with 48 on the season. Those two will face one another on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. Of course, we'll have that for you on ESPN+. Well, FA plays it out to width. Espinoza, Lomas in the middle. Just blocked by Ndiaye. In a corner here for Espinoza and company. And also look at what the Charlotte Independence side has done. 7 clean sheets on the year, 3rd in the league. All by that man between the sticks, Austin Pack. Only 2 better, Burn Shipman and Lala Delgado of Northern Colorado. Ball played in and sent up and over the crossbar. If you're traveling to Charlotte to see an Independence game, make sure you stay at the Hyatt Place downtown. The Hyatt Place is just minutes away from the stadium and is around countless dining options. Hyatt Place downtown, the official hotel of the Charlotte Independence. Sis, unable to win the ball back. Lefe. Chance here with the right foot. These two have met twice in the regular season already. Back in May, Charlotte getting the win by a score of 3-0, and then in their second meeting, they would tie by a score of 2-2. Third and final meeting for these clubs here in the regular season. Chance for the playoffs, but for Chattanooga, it's less than a 1% chance of moving on to the playoffs, so they definitely have their work cut out for them. But never say never. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independence right now in the 4th spot in the standings. 5 points separates 4th position from 7th position, which one Knoxville currently holds. They'll be playing Ford Madison tonight, who's in the 6th position. So having to come off right now is Aaron Lombardi. Lombardi with some blood on the jersey. North Carolina at the top of the table at the moment with 50 points. Union Omaha behind them with 47. Then it's Northern Colorado with 46. Charlotte Independence with 41. This is all live right now with the games that are going on across USL League One. Oberton. Flanagan inside. Ndiaye. Hernandez plays it down the line. Now forward into the circle. Papa Mensah, 8 goals on the year, looking to possibly get his 9th here tonight. Mensah, 3 players around him, looking for Lomas. Lomas couldn't get the first touch that he needed, and we'll have a goal kick. Buyu cuts in, looking for Bennett. Vilas able to get to the ball before the scorer, Bennett could. Bennett on the season, 4 goals on the year, usually used as a sub. Mensah. Lefe. Gomez. Espinoza, Flanagan with him. Gomez. A little shovel pass into the channel. Ball played in. Lomas! Lomas getting on the bicycle, looking to ride, but rides that ball out of play. Oberton down the line. Buyu has Sis cutting across. Oberton finds Sis. Sis denied. Lomas, who just had that acrobatic shot attempt, playing out for Espinoza. Over is Flanagan. Espinoza creates a little separation. Mensah. Espinoza once again with it. Espinoza. This will find its way out, and we'll have a throw here for Chattanooga. Fans, it was recently announced that the new division of League One's Women's Professional Soccer League, the USL Super League, is coming to the Carolinas. Take part in helping us launch our team by visiting superleaguecarolinas.com. Great attempt moments ago by Lomas. Look at the effort. Gets himself in good position. You can see the ball, though, hitting the outside of his foot. If that's on the laces, he might have a chance there. He was squared up real nicely, but just couldn't get his foot to it. Have to love the effort. Oberton. Ibarra on the overlap. Rain falling down here in Charlotte. So we'll see how that plays a factor in terms of footing here for the remainder of this one for these two sides. Gomez. Espinoza. So we'll have a stoppage in play as the trainer comes out. Orotan, the player down for Charlotte Independence. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Gabriel Oberton, the player down with the train staff out. We've had the one sub, Bashir and DA, come in for Brad Dunwell. We'll see if Mike Jeffries has to go to his bench. Hopefully Oberton's all right as he's holding that left leg of his as the rain really begins to come down here in the Queen City. Oberton able to be helped up, and unfortunately that doesn't look good. You can see him wincing there as he's brought off the field. Dan Kelly getting ready to check in for Charlotte. And Kelly will come on to the field and he will replace Oberton. So Kelly comes on, 7 goals on the season. Him and Mbuyu tied for 14th in the league with those 7 goals. Of course, Trevor Hammond, how about the year he's having for Northern Colorado? 19 goals on the season. He could possibly be the first player ever to get to 20 in a year. In USL League One play, he'll have that opportunity tomorrow night. Gomez, solid game for Gomez in the midfield. A beautiful strike that was denied by Pack. Flanagan heads it up and somehow keeps it in for a throw. Great job there by Flanagan, getting around Espinoza. Ball driven forward. Pack will pluck it out of the air. Looks to spring a counter now. And Buyu back as well, F.A. Kelly in the area as well. Ibarra coming up, hard challenge. Charlotte Independence want a foul, not going to get one there, but they'll retain possession. Ball played in. Great look at him. Best opportunity of the night earlier in that first half for Charlotte Independence. Marios Lomas will come off the field, and he'll be replaced by Mael Malongo. Malongo out of Zaire in his first season with the club. So 2 subs here for the Independents, just 1 for Chattanooga at the moment. Did have this ball played to the end line, cut across, still loose. USA went over the end line. So you have the 2 subs for Charlotte. Malongo, the lone one so far for Chattanooga, and then we have the jersey change as Aaron Lombardi is now wearing number 97. And some blood on his jersey earlier in this half, had to switch kit tops. In the middle. Flanagan. Flanagan on the ground, was looking for Dane Kelly. He had a step. Lombardi that was able to clear that away for Chattanooga. Kelly. Latin Heritage Night will be held on Saturday, September 23rd, as the Independence faces Ford Madison FC. First kick is at 5 p.m. Claim your tickets today, charlotteindependent.com. Kraft plays it in. Costa. Spielman. Kelly out wide, Flanagan. Tipped on by Mbuyu. Dane Kelly is going to be guilty of the foul. Rain not messing around in the Queen City this evening as we are scoreless here in the 67th minute between Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Most of the fans taking cover under the concourse to stay dry. This game scoreless, but coming into the evening, Charlotte Independence had scored in 11 straight. Meanwhile, Chattanooga had scored in 5 straight. Chattanooga 13 points right now out of the playoffs. Also 5 points out from that last position where Central Valley Fuego sits. So you see they want to switch. Kelly sends this in, tipped on and in, and Tresor Mbuyu tips it in for Charlotte Independence to give them the 1-0 lead in the 68th minute. You see them holding up Clay Dimmick, his jersey after the celebration. Dimmick out right now with an injury. So Tresor Mbuyu now with his 8th goal of the season. Nice ball in here by Kelly. And then just a little tip on by Mbuyu, able to get it by Aviles. Goal coming in the 68th minute. And that goal presented by Botero Carts. And Mbuyu doing an excellent job just getting in position on that near post to get enough touch on the ball to get it through. 41 goals now on the season for Charlotte Independence. That assist will go to Dane Kelly. Espinoza and the Red Wolves looking to respond. Alefe. Kraft. Spielman fighting for position, can't get it as this hits off Acosta. And we'll have a corner. So we'll have a substitution as Alex Tejera will come on. He'll replace Mo Espinoza. Tejera does have 1 goal on the season. He's making his 13th appearance on the year. Been with the club since 2021. Chattanooga looking to find an equalizer here in the 70th minute. Kick is in. Cleared away. Corey Bennett able to clear that as we had a foul in the box as Acosta as the player slow to get up. National Suicide Prevention Week is September 10th through September 16th to support the mental health of our communities. The USL has partnered with 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Need support? Call or text 988 now. You are not alone. Mensa dragged to the ground, wanted a foul, might have an argument there. See him emphasizing how he was dragged down. Pack. This will be a foul against Chattanooga, and that'll go against Omar Gomez. Mbuyu tipped, and just wide. Another great opportunity right there. A beautiful ball in by Mbuyu. It's Dane Kelly that hit the near post. Great ball in here by Mbuyu. looking to connect with Dane Kelly. Actually took that deflection. If that maybe doesn't get deflected, that can be a better opportunity for Dane Kelly. Of course, Kelly assisting on the goal by Mbuyu. And Mbuyu looking to return the favor right there, as Kelly is able to slowly get up and he pops up off the ground. Great to see. Lombardi back to his 22. And a foul on the field ahead. So Felipe, the player down for Chattanooga. You see no nameplate on the back for Lombardi as he switched jerseys. Also switching numbers. Dane Kelly back on the field. Tonight, the Charlotte Independents welcome hundreds of youth soccer teams and their families to the Queen City for the Great Clips Family Soccer Weekend. Tonight's match coincides with one of the city's largest youth club tournaments, the Great Clips Independence Cup, which is run by the Charlotte Independence Soccer Club. Great Clips is the official hair salon of the Charlotte Independents. Great Clips, it's gonna be great. Free kick coming here now for Chattanooga. Felipe and Lombardi standing over the ball. Behind is Kraft. Let's see what they have up their sleeve. Felipe. Pack punches it down. I believe it was Rapampa Mensah that had the second opportunity there, but drilled the ball right into the ground. Flanagan called for the foul. Little scoop ball to here to Mensah, and Acosta able to get in position. Mensah, though, with a quick shot and a corner coming. Remains here in this game between Charlotte and Chattanooga. 1-0 is our score. Independence up. This ball played in. Punched away by Pack. Kraft. Malongo. Back to Kraft. Malongo sitting at the far side of the box. Chance here for Chattanooga. Played into the 6. Sent out by Spielman. Now we're going to have a foul here against Chattanooga, and this will be our first booking of the game as well. So this booking is going to go against Aaron Lombardi. So here we'll look back at this foul by Lombardi. Just a nice little shoulder check right there. Had players back. First booking of the game for either side. action right now in USL League One play. North Carolina up 2-0 over Greenville. One Knox and Ford Madison tie. That's a battle between 6th place Ford Madison and One Knox at 7th. Union Omaha in the 39th minute against Richmond Kickers. That one also 0-0. Varela looking to sub in here for Chattanooga in just a moment. Varela is going to come on for Jonathan Felipe when he gets the go-ahead. Varela in for Chattanooga to replace Jonathan Felipe. Shalom Duty is going to come on for Charlotte to replace Evian Flanagan. Also coming off will be Miguel Ibarra. He'll be replaced by Luis Alvarez. So Alvarez makes his 23rd appearance of the season, all as a sub. Meanwhile, for Duty, he makes his 25th appearance of the year. On the other side, Varela will be making his 17th appearance of the season.
Leaving the pitch, number 21, Johnny Felipe. He's replacement number 15, Walter Varela.
The best ticket deal in the Queen City is back. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $99. It's our Great Clips Family 4-pack. This year we are also offering a 2-pack. For more information, go to charlotteindependence.com. Joel Johnson plays this ball to the top of the 18. Ball hopping around. Rain calming down here in the Queen City. Here's Duty. He'll just simply play it to safety. Grab some new gear for the next Independence game with scarves, hats, shirts, and more. We have merch for every Independence fan. Head over to store.charlotteindependence.com to find your next piece of Jack's gear. Malongo. Ball won back by Johnson. Here's Sis. Another foul here against the Red Wolves. This will go against Varela, who just subbed on. Corey Bennett helped up. Corey Bennett looking to go to the full 90 possibly here this evening. One sub does remain for Charlotte Independence. This ball played in, knotted down. And this one clipped in, and look who it is. It's Corey Bennett getting on the board. Bennett with back-to-back games with a goal. This one coming in the 82nd minute for Charlotte Independence. A beautiful set-piece ball played in, and Bennett makes Chattanooga pay. Nice ball in. Knotted down, but Corey Bennett right there at the top of the 6 to slot it in the upper corner. Chattanooga just unable to clear it. And then Bennett just goes up and over Aviles. Chattanooga's side giving up these 2 goals. They've now allowed 52 on the season. It's one of those things they got to find a way to change here for the remainder of these games. Meanwhile, for Independence, they've scored now in 12 straight games. Bring the whole group out to the next Jacks game. Watch some good soccer, grab some cold drinks, and take in a match with a view of Uptown Charlotte. Email tickets at queencitysc.com or call 980-392-9170. Again, that's 980-392-9170 to schedule your next group outing. Kelly on the wing. Bennett inside. Luis Alvarez also inside, and Buyu gets it, though, from Kelly. Tresor and Buyu have the opening goal in the 63rd minute, assisted by Dane Kelly. Corey Bennett moments ago in the 82nd minute. Here's Alvarez. Duty back to Alvarez on the touchline. Alvarez, want to slip that ball through, unable to do so. Lefty goes out wide. A little bit more than 5 minutes remains in this contest between Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Kraft. Malongo. Johnson on his right hip. Malongo working his way down the end line. Last touched by Johnson in a corner coming here for Chattanooga. Fans, it was recently announced that the new Division I Women's Professional Soccer League, the USL Super League, is coming to the Carolinas. Take part in helping us launch our team by visiting superleaguecarolinas.com. Inward swinging ball coming from Kraft. Looking to get one back. Headed up. Lefe. Gomez scoops it back. Kraft. Back post. Played out by Duty, and we're going to have a foul here against Chattanooga. Not happy with it is Lombardi. Lombardi avoids one defender. Now trying to avoid an Alvarez who's right on his backside. This last touch by Duty. Lombardi with the left, right at Pack. Make your own schedule with our new Flex Plan ticket package. You can get tickets at a lower rate for the matches that fit your schedule just by emailing tickets at queencitysc.com or calling our ticket office at 980-392-9170. Again, that number is 980-392-9170. Kelly, and Kelly goes to the ground, and this is going to go to the spot. Chattanooga frustrated here. Dane Kelly goes to the ground. And now Charlotte Independence has a chance to make it 3-0. Hernandez over that you can see his leg get the backside of Kelly. Clear penalty there in the box. So Corey Bennett will set up from the spot. Bennett just scored in the 82nd minute. Now looking to give Charlotte a 3-0 lead and put this one away for sure. Vilas awaits on the end line. Bennett, the Kingston, Jamaican native, the reggae boy. Second year with the club, looking for his 6th goal of the season. Bennett, and he's denied by Aviles, who makes a diving save. Well, he thought he kept it in play, but it went over to the touchline. Big save right there by Aviles. Let's see what kind of momentum that gives Chattanooga here in the dying moments. The big question is how much stoppage time is going to be added on to this game for the Red Wolves. They, of course, need that first one to cut this game in half. Bennett steps up, and a great save by Aviles. You have to love that out of your keeper, keeping your team in the game. Tresor and Bouyu would get things going in the 68th minute, assisted by Dane Kelly. Corey Bennett would score in the 82nd minute, which would ultimately come off a set piece. Then had an opportunity from the spot, but stopped by that man in green in the center of your screen. Sevilla has had a great save earlier on Corey Bennett as well, back in the first half. And lightning is in the area, so we will step aside as we will have a break here between Charlotte Independence and Chattanooga Red Wolves, with lightning in the Queen City area. So both teams will go to their respective dressing rooms here. And we'll step aside for the moment. Charlotte Independence up 2-0 here in the 88th minute against the Chattanooga Red Wolves. We'll be back once we get the clear due to lightning in the area. Welcome back as players take the field for their respective sides for Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. This game being held in Charlotte, North Carolina at American Legion Memorial Stadium. We had nearly an hour-long delay due to inclement weather in the areas. We'll take a look back here at the goals in this game to catch you up to date on how this 2-0 game got to where we're at here in the 88th minute. This ball would be played quickly over. You look at both these sides, they had opportunities in both halves, but it wouldn't be until the second half here. It'd be Dane Kelly, who came on as a sub, tipped in there by Tracer Mbuyu up front. 8th goal of the season for Tracer Mbuyu. And Charlotte would not be done. Beautiful ball in, and Corey Bennett getting his right foot to it, going over Aviles for the second goal of the game. That would come in this 82nd minute, and then here Corey Bennett steps up the spot and denied by Aviles. Diving save by the keeper by Chattanooga. That was a minute before we went to break due to weather in the area. So both teams out here warming up. We'll get started once again once we get the go-ahead. It'll be a couple more minutes, and then we'll officially get the start here from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome back as we are back underway at American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, between the Charlotte Independents and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. After over an hour-long weather delay due to lightning in the area, we are back at it as we now enter the 89th minute here between these two clubs. Charlotte Independents, both their goals coming here in the second half. It was neck and neck to begin with. Both teams with opportunities. Red Wolves had a great chance from Omar Gomez in the opening half, but were unable to get anything by. Austin Pack, he was tremendous once again this evening for Charlotte Independent. Charlotte looking for their 8th clean sheet of the year. That would be one behind Ford Madison as well as Northern Colorado, who came into the weekend with 9 clean sheets each. This ball pops around. Lombardi will play it back into the circle. And now it's sent forward by Chattanooga. A chance up here. Dane Kelly had the assist on the opening goal to Tresor Mbuyu. Kelly coming on as a substitution here this evening. That goal coming in the 68th minute. Then in the 82nd, Corey Bennett would score the second goal for Charlotte Independents. Both teams now just trying to get through this game healthy as this ball is played in. Chattanooga trying to find that first goal. Dane Kelly breaking forward. Back is Walefi. Kelly cuts to his left, hands it over. And a chance here, and this will find its way through. And Luis Alvarez comes on in the 90th minute to get the third goal to put it away for Charlotte Independents. First goal of the season for Luis Alvarez. The Honduran gets it done as the 19-year-old puts this game away for Charlotte Independents. Alvarez came on as a sub in this game for Miguel Ibarra, and there he slots it to the right corner. Dane Kelly being unselfish, laying that ball off. And Alvarez doing the rest. For Kelly, he's going to have 2 assists in the game tonight. And we'll have 3 minutes of stoppage time added on here. So we come out of the break. A little more than a minute into it. As we resume to action, Luis Alvarez gets his first goal of the season. This ball sent all the way forward by Acosta. Lombardi fighting for position, but Dane Kelly just couldn't gather the ball in. Heavy of a touch with that knee. Sis plays it high into the night. This ball playing out wide for the Red Wolves. Looking to get one on the scoreboard, hoping to take a piece away from this game. This is dropped back. Malongo on the end line. Crossing, deflected out by Acosta. Chance here for Chattanooga to get one back. Riley Kraft will play an inward swinging ball. Bouncing around. Sis will just simply play this to space. Well, a little bit of time to run off the clock here. For Chattanooga, they will be handed their 15th loss of the season. 12th on the road. Up next for them, Saturday against Union Omaha. Omaha coming into the evening 3rd in the standings. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independents, up next for them, they will take on Lexington. That one will be at 7 p.m. Eastern next Sunday. Lexington currently ranked 10th in the standings, so still some more points that Charlotte Independents can pick up facing the lower seed next week. Charlotte currently in the 4th spot in the table. Union Omaha has jumped over into the 2nd spot at the moment, above Colorado. Colorado will play tomorrow night, as there is the final whistle, and this game comes to a close with Charlotte Independence getting the win 3-0, their 8th clean sheet of the season. All 8 clean sheets by Austin Pack, the keeper of Charlotte Independence. Mike Jeffries has to be thrilled with what his team did in that second half. It was a tight one, and then in the second half, that's where Charlotte Independence were able to chip away, getting the first goal by Mbuyu in the 68th minute. Then it'd be Corey Bennett in the 82nd, and then Luis Alvarez, the 19-year-old, getting his first goal in the 89th minute to seal the deal tonight for Charlotte Independence, for Chattanooga. Back to the drawing board as they hope to get their 7th win of the season next week against a tough Union Omaha side. But after over an hour-long weather delay, Charlotte Independence improved to 12 wins on the season. We'll take a look at our save of the match, presented to you by Orange Theory Fitness. Here, Gomez getting a great shot with the left. Austin Pack with the right hand knocks it over the crossbar. Brilliant save right there for the keeper of Charlotte Independence. Look at Gomez just bring it to his left, and if that one isn't knocked over, that's going to be a goal for Gomez. Great save right there by Austin Pack. And here is our play of the match, presented to you by Paycor. Dane Kelly driving forward, plays in with the left, and then the little tip-on with the right foot by Tracer Mbuyu. He now has 8 goals on the season to lead the team. Dane Kelly would get 2 assists in this game for Charlotte Independence. Tracer Mbuyu is our man of the match, presented by Oaklore Distilling. And what a game for Tracer Mbuyu. He was dangerous throughout this evening. He now has 8 goals on the season as Charlotte Independence pick up another 3 points. And up next, they have a very winnable game next weekend against Lexington. Again, Lexington right now 10th in the standings. Charlotte Independence trying to make a run here and move up in the standings. Right now, top 6 move on into the playoffs. But right now, Charlotte Independence celebrating this win tonight with a scoreline of 3-0 over the Chattanooga Red Wolves. When we return, we'll have highlights and stats when we return.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer, bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
"90 minutes in the books as we take a look back at the highlights from tonight's match between Charlotte Independence and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Here, Dane Kelly comes on as a sub, drives in just on the edge of the area, passes it over Tracer Mbuyu with the right foot, clips it by Aviles for the opening goal 8 goals on the season for Mbuyu. There you see him hold up Clay Dimmick's jersey after that goal. Then in the 81st minute, well, Charlotte Independence not done yet. This ball knotted down, but comes right to Corey Bennett, who puts it up in the left corner for the second goal of the game. Back-to-back weeks with a goal for Corey Bennett. And then Corey Bennett would step up to the spot, and here a diving save by Aviles. That would keep Chattanooga in the game. And then right after that, we would go to a rain delay for a good hour. This ball played in the 90th minute, comes out, and Dane Kelly, he's going to pick it up, and he's going to go on a run. Lefty trying to get over, unable to do so. Played over to Luis Alvarez, the 19-year-old Honduran. Goes right corner and slots it by Aviles. His first goal. Dane Kelly with 2 assists in the game. Charlotte Independence would come up with the victory by a score of 3-0. Their 8th clean sheet of the season, which is tied for second best in USL League One. As we take a look at the stats, 7 shots on target for the Red Wolves, just 5 for Charlotte Independence. Meanwhile, 27 shots, but only 7 on target for the Red Wolves. So getting shots, but just not the most accurate. Charlotte Independence able to take advantage of their opportunities. Independence trailed in possession, but they got the scoreline that mattered most, the 3 goals on the game, as they improved to 12 wins on the season. They now have 9 wins at home. But up next for this Charlotte Independence side, they will be on the road in Lexington. That one will be next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, for the Red Wolves, they will play next Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern against Union Omaha. Omaha comes in as right now the second-ranked team in the table. So a chance for Chattanooga to try to upset one of the top-seeded teams in the table here in League One. But Mike Jeffrey has to be happy with his team's performance here tonight. They have now scored 43 goals on the season. They've just allowed 34 on the year. They're showing they can get it done both offensively and defensively. But they have another great game coming up on the road as they look to improve away from home. But for this crew, what a game as Charlotte Independence takes it tonight by a score of 3-0 for the Red Wolves. Acrobatics was not enough as they will go back to the drawing board and try to improve for their next game as Charlotte Independence gets to win 3-0. For our crew, I'm Josh Toll saying good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.